Hey guys, what's up? I'm Rohit Khurana, host on Intellect Digest, and this is my review of the Moto E second generation or 2015 Moto E. The one we are reviewing is the dual SIM 3G version that comes with Snapdragon 200 chipset. In this video, we'll talk about everything that you need to know, including the design, build quality, display quality, audio video playback quality, benchmarks, gaming, specification, call quality, internet browsing experience, and all that you need to know. Let's get started. I'll start with the design and build of the new second generation Moto E, and just like the first generation, this one is also designed very well. It is very solid and sturdy and feels very nice to grip. It has a slight curve on the back, familiar Motorola dimple, and is very sturdy in terms of feel. It comes with a side ring which is removable, unlike the back which was removable earlier, and nothing else opens up here. This is a unibody, and here you have access to the SD card slot and 2 SIM card slot. It accepts 2 micro SIM cards, and this one is only 3G capable. This is the Indian version that we get here with Snapdragon 200 chipset, which is clocked at 1.2 GHz. It's a quad core chipset that powers this phone. There is also an international LTE variant, and we have done a comparison video. You'll find the link in the description section below if you want to look at the comparison and differences between these two phones. In terms of feel, it feels nice and chunky, and you can get these rings in different colors. So you can put blue on white, you can put black, red, so you can make multiple combinations, and there is also a variety of back shells which are available for purchase, so you can make it really stylish. So it will not look as bland. In terms of button placement, you have the power or wake up key on top, which comes with a slight texture this time, just like we have on the Nexus 6, and feels very nice, and you can touch and feel that you are touching on the power key, whereas the volume key is plain and is a large volume rocker. So in terms of tactileness and feedback, these buttons are very nice. On top you have 3.5 mm standard earphone jack. Left side is totally clean. On bottom you have the charging port, and the microphone hole is somewhere concealed within here and it is not visible. There is also this indent to remove the back panel or the back ring. This phone looks sturdy and is very nice in terms of design. There is a 5 megapixel camera at the rear which comes without flash, and it comes with the secondary mic hole for noise cancellation just next to it. On front, there is a VGA front facing camera. This is not very powerful camera, considering that this price segment of around 7,000 rupees you will get phones with better cameras, but earlier it was not present. So it is a new addition to the Motorola's Moto E second generation. There was no camera on the earlier generation. There is also a silver colored grill here. This is actually the speaker grill, and there is no bottom speaker this time, so there is only one speaker that is front firing. The front of the phone gets a Gorilla Glass 3, which is superior scratch protection, and it will resist normal scratches with the objects like keys and coins in your pocket. Let me quickly give you a test of the same. So as you can see, I'm pressing pretty hard against the surface and scratching it, and still the surface seems to be pretty good. It comes with Gorilla Glass 3 with oleophobic coating, so it will not attract fingerprints that much. It's fairly good when it comes to scratch resistance. Summing up the design part, this phone is built to last. It's durable, it feels good, looks nice, and is a very well built and sturdy design. Next thing I'm going to talk about is the display quality and touch responsiveness. In terms of display, this phone feels very nice. It gives you very sharp colors. However, it is not a high definition display. This is a 540 by 960 display and is 4.5 inch in diagonal. This is slightly larger than the previous generation Moto E, but it still retains the richness, and the color quality and the viewing angles, as you can see, are also pretty good. It gives you nice and good feel when it comes to viewing pictures or videos on this phone. Let me give you a quick sample of video playback on this phone so that you can judge the audio as well as video quality. I'll turn the volume to maximum to give you a fair idea of what this phone is capable of. So besides not being a high definition display, the clarity as well as color production is fairly good. The display resolution may not be very high, but whatever is here is very good quality. Let me also give you a music playback test so that you can judge the speaker loudness, and I'm just turning the volume to maximum so that you can hear it loud and clear. There's only one speaker and which is placed on top of the screen, which is also the earpiece incidentally. It is fairly loud and it's fairly clear, but it will not give you stereo effect because there is only one speaker. The supplied earphones are of moderate quality and are nothing exceptional. However, there is a standard 3.5 mm audio jack, so you can plug in your favorite earphones or the set of earphones that you prefer to use with this phone. After audio and video, let's see how good is the camera on this phone. And by the way, you can launch the camera just by swiveling this phone like this, and it will launch the camera quickly, which is a very cool way of launching the camera. Earlier this was found on the first generation Moto X. So I've just taken a rear facing picture with 5 megapixel camera, and now let me take a selfie with the front facing VGA camera as well. And here are the results. The VGA camera selfie is nothing great, nothing impressive, although the lighting is sufficient. The lens is not very wide and the clarity is also not there. It pixelates very easily, and that was expected because it is just a VGA camera. The rear camera, however, seems to be doing a good job with a 5 megapixel sensor. It is able to capture the colors accurately and detailing is also decent. I would not say it's the best that I've seen in this price segment. The likes of Redmi 2 deliver better picture quality. This is slightly lower compared to that, but it is not bad and it can also record 720p videos. So when it comes to camera, I would say it is just about average. Now let's talk about the performance and benchmarks and specifications. We tested with Antutu and we got a score of 17,900, which is very close to 18,000 mark. This is not a great score for a phone which is priced around 7,000 rupees, but it is not bad at the same time. It is somewhere in the middle. Good thing is that it runs the latest version of Android, which is the Lollipop. It is powered by a 1.2 gigahertz Snapdragon 200 chipset, which is the older generation. In terms of graphics, it gets Adreno 305 GPU, but the good thing is that the display resolution is not very high, so there is not much load on the graphics. There is 540 by 960 display resolution on this phone, so it is decent when it comes to performance. Also on Nina Mark II, which is a graphics benchmark score utility, we got a score of close to 50.8 frames per second, which means that it is capable of playing moderate games, but it is not very high when it comes to graphics. In terms of memory, it gets 1 GB of RAM and 8 GB of internal storage, and you can expand the memory by adding a micro SD card. But the storage or internal storage is not just enough if you are a heavy gamer, so you should consider some other phones if you are planning to buy it for gaming purpose. This is not a gaming phone. It can, however, play games like the Frontline Commando 2, but it does not deliver an impressive frame rate, or it does not deliver the kind of experience that you would expect from a good quality gaming phone. But there is nothing much to complain because you are paying just 7,000 rupees for it. There is considerable amount of frame drops and stutter while playing this game. One thing which is good though is the battery life. There is a larger 2390 milliamp or approximately 2400 milliamp battery on this phone. Besides being a very meager 4.5-inch display and underpowered chip, this should be able to give you more than one full day of usage because it is not very heavily loaded when it comes to specs. At the same time, the battery size is considerably high for these specifications. Signal reception and call quality is also not an issue. Let me give you a demo by placing a call on speakerphone to give you a call clarity test.
Carefully before making a choice. For mobile services, press 1. For Airtel 6-line services, press 2.
The signal reception as well as 3G and Wi-Fi connectivity are decent on this phone. One very strong point of Moto E second generation is the software. The way it performs and the way it opens up apps and the way it delivers you the experience with a breeze is something which is very pleasing. It runs Android Lollipop, which is the Android 5.0 version and gives you a smooth performance. It gets latest softwares pretty soon from Motorola, as Moto is the first series of devices which get these updates. Soon Google releases it for Nexus. It also comes with little to no bloatware. Only few applications like the Moto Alert, Moto Assist, etc. have been included, and there is no bloatware on this phone when considering the software experience. So in terms of software, it is very well sorted and is one of the core strengths of Moto series phones. Let me also give you an internet browsing experience on this phone. So I'll quickly search for my website, which is intellectdigest.in, and will open the same for you and show you how well it loads up. I'm just doing a Google search first and then clicking on the result. Let's see how fast it loads. The website is fairly heavy when it comes to images. It is still loading. We are connected to a 4 Mbps Wi-Fi link and it is now loaded. It was decent, I would not say it was slow, and the scrolling is also fairly smooth. The pinch to zoom is working fine, the legibility is good, the display is holding up well when it comes to browsing through these websites. Summing up my review of the Moto E second generation, there are some clear strong points and clear weak points of this phone. The strong points being the design as well as build quality, also the software experience and the kind of smoothness that this phone delivers with minimalistic bloatware is something which is very good. The battery life is another advantage, which is a plus point for this phone because it gets a decent size battery for the specifications. However, the downsides are a very average or slightly below average front facing camera. Rear facing camera does not come with flash and does not deliver very exceptional images. Very average when it comes to performance. Also, the specifications could have been better at this price point. The performance that it delivers and the gaming performance are not something that are pleasing in this price segment. Apart from that, this phone is a very well sorted phone if you are looking for a compact small size phone which is easy to fit your palm, and if you are not into gaming and want a good battery life with a simple and fast phone, the Moto E second generation is a good phone for you. However, if you are a performance junkie and a gamer who wants something exceptional in terms of camera, this is not the phone for you, so you should stay away from this and look for alternatives like the Redmi 2 and others. We have done comparisons of this phone with other phones. There are links in the description section below. You can check out. This is all we have on this video. If you enjoyed watching it, don't forget to give us a thumbs up by pressing the like button below. And for latest videos, make sure you hit that red subscribe button below. If you have any comments, queries or suggestions, please feel free to drop a comment in the comment section below. This is your host Rohit Khurana signing off. Thanks for watching.